The Minister for Energy and Green Transition first visited the Danfang Company Limited at Shire Hills, where piles of cables were found, both in the open and some buried underneath car rims, with some already mounted into cubes to be smelted into aluminium poles for exports. At the Ponlong Manufacturing Company Limited, also at Shire Hills, the situation was no different. However, at the third warehouse, the operatives had bolted and the facility was locked.
Currently, they have all gone into hiding. They are made up of both Indians and Chinese. Indians and Chinese.
ECG cables, they are meant to be used by ECG, but they end up in these factories and then they melt them in their smelter and produce aluminium rods. That is criminal. I've realized that some misguided element wants to play the NDC MPP politics. Let me assure them that is not going to work. It is my duty to ensure that the right thing is done. We would pursue them and ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book.
The officials then made a stop at the Sakasaka Park at Ashaman, where suspected ECG containers were allegedly kept. But a scrap dealer at the park says otherwise.
Every container we buy, we have to know where the container is coming from. Some of the containers is the foreign goods that they brought in. So when they discharge this, then they sell for us. So normally we don't buy stolen containers. So before we buy container, we make sure we have the repair before we buy.
The syndicate, which has cost the country millions of cedis already, involves public officials.
Since 2019, this crime is being perpetrated on the state. The then government slept on it. This government will not allow this to continue. And as minister, I would ensure that we curtail this, we follow and apprehend those responsible and retrieve the containers. The attempt to usually play the political football will not wash. Whoever is responsible would apprehend that person.
However, just when the team was about to leave, an intel was picked of another location, the Atlas Dry Port Terminal, which is a customs-bounded warehouse at Tema. This warehouse, which has 24-hour surveillance and the presence of national security operatives, had 34 ECG containers containing single-phased meters and cables, but still had some of the items stolen, revealing how dire the situation is.
Some quantity have been taken from the top. There's only one over there. So this line is gone. And when you open all the containers, you see the same trend. So it means that it was cleverly done by the criminals behind these whole activities.
So far, 14 suspects have been picked up, 10 nationals and 4 Ghanaians. Officials assure that investigations are still ongoing. Evelyn, Araba Aidoo's reports for GHOne TV and Star FM.